Morning. Morning. Morning, morning, morning. Hey, Jordan. So I just put in the chat my Spotify username, and I keep a bunch of yoga playlists on there. So I'm not going to play music when I'm teaching. So if you guys want some music in the background, feel free to check that out. Yeah.
Your living room looks so comfy.
Well, I'm moving this weekend.
Are you really? Where?
Back to North Carolina. Yeah, crazy, right? So if you saw what's to my right, it's just a whole bunch of boxes and all my, yeah, so I haven't packed up a lot of the art stuff.
Are you coming back though?
No.
You're done?
Yeah, I'm getting my master's degree. Isn't that crazy?
I thought you had one more year.
Mm-mm.
Shoot. Wow.
I mean,
damn. Will you give us a live performance of you playing the guitar at the end?
Yeah, if I could play the guitar and it wasn't just a wall ornament.
Oh, are you kidding me? Okay.
Well, I've intended to learn how to play the guitar a lot. I can play like 4 or 5 chords or something.
A chord, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave you be.
How are you? Good.
Good. Just chilling.
Don't mind. I can see my flip flops.
Alex is the best.
Am I?
Yes, you are. Is that coffee or tea?
Coffee. I'm on the coffee train again.
Oh.
On the tea train for a while. What else is? Oh, we still have 2 minutes till we get started. If any of you guys have any requests or something you'd like to focus on today, you can put it in the chat. We can do that for sure.
Alex, have you been doing your own thing too still? Like your own live recordings, like on Instagram?
No.
No? Okay. I was just wondering.
I don't have time. I thought I was gonna have all this time, but between a TA on Zoom, I have Zoom seminars. I'm trying to finish the semester, and then I've been doing, like, since this all happened, like, I'm part of a women's group, and we do Zoom calls all the time now, so it's just, I'm gonna try and get some online content up at some point, but
Woo.
yeah, it's a lot of work.
I know, it stinks.
We have 1 more minute. No requests from anybody? Hip work. Okay, David, you got it. It's always nice when people request kind of what was part of the plan. Oh, also, you guys, if you have some sort of cushion, it can be nice to use that for support if you want to sit on it, or you can fold up a towel or a blanket. You don't have to do that. You could even use like a couch cushion like I have on my lovely futon over there, just to elevate the hips. But we'll go ahead and get started. If you guys want to make sure you pin my screen, so if you click on the video of me and then on the 3 dots, you can hit pin screens. That way I stay big. I'm going to turn my music off now. And then everyone's muted. Yep, so just making sure you stay muted throughout the class. Good. Let's go ahead and get started. Make sure I got the optimal angle here. Okay, guys, good morning. Thank you for coming. My name is Alex. I'm one of the yoga instructors. I keep saying at the Leech, but at the virtual Leech now. I feel really grateful that we're still able to create this space together virtually. So there's a couple of things to go over at the beginning of class. So just making sure you're eating and drinking something before you come to class in the morning. I keep a water bottle at my mat as well. I encourage you to do the same. And then just don't do anything that doesn't feel good for you today, right? So we're practicing yoga. I encourage you to move through a little bit of discomfort. A little bit of discomfort is okay, but you should never be in pain, especially in the joints, so like the knees, wrists, elbows, shoulders, any of that. We don't want to be feeling pain. So if you do feel yourself in pain in any particular posture, just slowly back out of whatever we're in, kind of reassess how you're feeling. I'll offer progressions and modifications as we go. So just doing what's going to serve you best today. It might be different than yesterday or tomorrow. We'll spend the beginning of the class tuning into that a little bit. What else do I want to say? Oh, so I like to briefly mention the type of yoga I teach. So I teach what's called alignment-based vinyasa yoga. So in my classes, I'm going to be giving you as many cues as I can to encourage proper alignment. And vinyasa just means linking movement with breath. So my classes are pretty flowy, and we're going to be breathing in and out through the nose throughout the class. But I'll talk you through all of this as we go. Good. So I have to make sure I'm saying all the things I want to say because it's different than the gym setting. And I was on automatic pilot there, kind of, so I want to make sure I'm saying everything I need to. I think that's all I want to say for now. This is a 45-minute class as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. If you have a cushion under you, just sitting on the edge of it, so we're rotating the pelvis so we sit up nice and tall. You can go ahead and take an easy seated pose or any cross-legged space you want to find. So for easy seated pose, you pull one heel into the midline, and then the other heel just stacks right on top of that, opening up in the hips a little bit. You can have the palms resting face up on the knees to start. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulder blades rolled down the back, gently reaching through the top of your head. Just recognizing that you made it here, that you chose to come to this yoga class this morning. Recognizing that even though we're not all in the same room, we are all connected, creating this space together. And we're going to spend the beginning of practice here just checking in to see how we feel. Starting with the physical body, we'll be doing a quick full body scan, starting in the toes, working your way up the legs, relaxing in the hips a little bit. Moving the energy up the spine, shoulder blades down the back, shoulders are away from the ears, nice and relaxed. Releasing any tension in the jaw, the mouth, allowing the tongue to follow the bottom of the mouth, creating a little bit of space in between the teeth. Releasing in the third eye space, in between the eyebrows and in the forehead. And then just gently reaching through the top of your head, elongating the back of the neck. And then just being curious about how you're feeling today without judgment or expectation of how you're supposed to feel. There's no way that we're supposed to feel. There only is how we do feel right now in this moment. And then just begin to become aware that you are breathing. As long as we are alive, we are breathing. Our breath is our link to the present moment. Throughout this class, we're going to be breathing in and out through the nose as much as we can, as we do in a vinyasa practice. This just helps us link movement with breath and control our breath as we move. So let's just take 3 deep inhales and exhales through the nose together. So when you're ready, on your next inhale, take a deep breath in. Pause at the top and exhale out the nose, let it go. 2 more, deep breath in. And exhale out the nose, release. Last time, breathing in. And let it go. Maintaining a nice deep breath on your own. And then before we start moving here, just setting an intention for your practice. Maybe just recognizing why you chose to come to this class this morning. We all showed up to the same virtual space, but we probably all came for different reasons. So just recognizing what your unique reason is, seeing if you can narrow that down to one word. Just one thing you can focus on for the next hour or so to keep you grounded. And on the next inhale, I can gently open the eyes. If you're sitting up on anything, go ahead and move that out to the side. Come to sit down on your sit bones. Put your hands behind you for a second, fingertips facing the body. We're just going to lean back and switch the cross of our legs. And then bringing the hands to the knees, we're just going to start by making some big circles, noticing how the hips are feeling. There's really no right or wrong here, just going in one direction to start. And then you can slowly let your head roll with you if you want, just moving nice and slow here, noticing how the neck's feeling, just being gentle with yourself. If you get a little dizzy, just open the eyes, or you can pause for a second, move a little bit slower. Good, coming back through center, and just switching directions. So without the head roll at first, you can move as fast or as slow as you want here. You can pause in any spaces that feel a little bit tight, and then just gently letting your head roll with you if you want. Again, pausing in any places that need a little extra stretch this morning. Good. And then coming back through center when you feel balance, we're going to release the fingertips down by the side, starting to link movement with breath. Inhale, arms come overhead, palms touch, look up. Exhale, flex through the wrist as if you're pushing the walls away. Drop the chin down towards the chest, bottom of the exhale, fingertips touch. Give one more time like that. Inhaling up, palms touch, look up. Exhale, come halfway down this time. Pause here when your arms are out in a T. Really push the walls away, flexing to the wrists as much as you can. Getting an activation there. Take an inhale. Exhale, release the fingertips back down by the side. Good. Inhale, coming up. Palms touch, look up. Exhale, we're going to side bend to the right. So your right hand finds the ground, left arm reaches alongside the ear. Slight bend in the elbow. You can gaze up towards that top hand. Inhale, coming through center. Palms touch, look up. Exhale, side bending in the left, slight bend in the elbow, reach. So we're trying to elongate that top arm as much as we can, keeping those sit bones grounded. Inhale through center. Exhale, back to the right. This time, if you want, you can bring the elbow down or increase the bend in the elbow a little bit. Keep reaching. On the inhale, spin your chest open towards the sky just a little bit. Opening up in the chest. Pause on the exhale, and then inhale, coming back through center. Palms touch, look up, linking movement with breath. Moving over to the left, maybe sinking a little bit deeper. Making sure both sit bones stay nice and rooted here. Reaching, elongating the arm, palms facing down. Inhale, open the chest just a little bit. Pause on the exhale. And then inhale, coming back through center. Palms touch, look up. Take another inhale. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So your right hand comes behind you, left hand to the right knee. Inhale, get tall, reach the top of the head. Exhale, twisting, maybe looking over your back shoulder. And one more breath here, breathing in. Exhale to twist. Good. Inhale through center, palms touch, look up. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand behind you, right hand to the left knee. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, look over the back shoulder. One more time, breathing in. And exhale to twist. Good. Inhale, coming back through center, palms touch, look up. Exhale, hands to your heart center, walking the hands out in front of you. Just a comfortable distance. Doesn't have to be too far, making sure both sit bones stay grounded, and then resting your head in between the arms wherever your arms land. A couple of breaths here. Again, just stretching into the hips. We use the beginning of our practice to establish a baseline, just noticing where we're at today. Deep inhales and exhales, breathing in and out through the nose. Good. On your next inhale, let's slowly walk the hands back up. And from here, we're going to come up and over into a tabletop position. So your knees are right under the hips, hands and wrists are right underneath the shoulders. And again, here we're just going to start by making some big circles, shifting the weight forward and then back towards the heels. Noticing how the wrists are feeling. Try to come forward so your shoulders come past your wrists a little bit, and then switching that direction. Good. And then coming back through center, we're going to find flexion and extension in the spine here, moving through cat and cow. So on the inhale, tuck the toes, drop the belly, pull the chest through, looking up for cow. Exhale, tops of the feet to the mat, scoop the belly out, push the ground away, gaze towards the belly button for cat. Inhaling cow. Exhaling cat. Keep moving at your own pace here. Moving with the breath, seeing if you can initiate the movement from the hips rather than the head. Rippling through the spine, you can add any little movements you want. I like to shift forward and back a little bit. Sometimes I also shift side to side in my cow. Just moving through the spine. Good, maybe one more of each here. Nice. Then from here, let's go ahead and extend that right foot back behind us. Keep the toes tucked under on the mat to start, and then just kind of pulse back and forth, stretching into the calf a little bit. You can also just push back and hold if you want to get a nice deep calf stretch here. On the next inhale, we're going to shift the shoulders back over the wrists, and we're going to inhale that right leg up, flex through the foot. So when we flex through the foot, we're engaging the back of the leg, engaging in the hamstring here, keeping the right hip closed down towards the ground so it's in line with the left. Come on, adjust the left fingertips, look a little forward. We're going to inhale to extend that left arm. Palm faces the body, a nice long line of energy here. Take an inhale, get as long as you can. Exhale, we're going to bring the elbow towards the knee, scoop it out. Scoop as high as you can, like your cat pose here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, scoop it out. Nice, slow, controlled movements here. Move with your breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, we're going to set just the hand down. Keep the right foot extended back behind you. Take another inhale. Exhale, bring the leg out to the side. And then inhale, bring it up and then down. Couple of pumps here, working into the outer hip. Good. Take another inhale. Exhale, we're going to place that right foot down to the ground. Toes are facing forward. Slight bend in the elbows. Inhale, coming all the way up. Palms touch, look up. Exhale, we're going to side bend over that extended leg. Your right hand's just a decoration. We're not bearing any weight here, and then we're reaching with that left arm. In our gate pose, nice stretch here in the adductor and the side body. Inhale, coming back through center, palms touch, look up. Exhale, left hand finds the ground, right arm reaches alongside the ear, gazing towards that right hand. Good. Next, inhale, you're going to use your core here to lift all the way back up. Exhale to come back over the extended leg, maybe just a teeny bit deeper here. Spinning the chest slightly open so we're not closing down. Inhale through center, palms touch, look up. Exhale, left hand finds the ground, right arm's going to stay straight up towards the sky this time. We're going to shift the weight over towards the left just a little bit and inhale to lift that right leg up off the ground, flexing through the foot so we're engaging in the back of the leg, gazing up towards the right hand, breathe. Halfmoon pose. Deep inhales and exhales. Nice, take another inhale, exhale, bring that right foot down, nice and gentle. Inhale, coming all the way back up through center. Exhale, hands come down to the hips. We're gonna step that right foot out in front of us, nice, slow, and controlled. So now we're in proposal pose. Good, and then from here, bring one hand to the low belly, one hand to the low back, and we're just gonna tuck the tail under just a little bit. So yeah, if you imagine you had a tail, you're tucking in between your legs. So you bring the belly up, and then you're gonna feel an engagement in the left hip flexor in the front of the leg here. Trying to keep that engagement. Let's inhale our arms out into a T. Exhale, we're gonna twist towards the right. If you want, you can release that left hand on the outside of the knee. Take another inhale here. Exhale, twist. You could also bring that right hand into the left hip crease. Another inhale. Exhaling the twist. Find your balance here. Inhale through center. Arms back out into a T. Exhale to the left. This time, if you want to bring your right hand to your left hip, you internally rotate, so you spin the thumb down on the left arm and maybe bring that into the right hip crease here. Take another inhale. Exhale, twist. Hugging the legs to the midline, keeping our balance. Another inhale. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, bring the arms back out into a T. We're going to exhale, bring the hands down to frame that foot. I'm just going to rotate here so you can see what I'm doing. So from here, we're going to wiggle that front foot out just a little bit and then sink into the hip. So I'm keeping my right knee over my right ankle, but the left hip's coming in front of my left knee into a little lunge here. If this is rough on your back knee, you can always fold your yoga mat up a couple times and put it underneath. You can also use a blanket or a towel there. Just pulsing back and forth a little bit, stretching into that left hip flexor just a little bit more. Good. And then on the inhale, let's slowly walk the hands back as we start to straighten that leg. Now you can't keep the foot pointed here if you want to stretch into the top of the ankle. I like to flex mine working more into the calf. So anytime we're pointing, we're engaging the front of the leg into the quad. Anytime we're flexing, we're engaging the calf and the hamstring. So kind of your choice there. Staying up pretty tall, your butt can come back from the knee just a little bit, but we want to stay up as tall as we can, keep any engagement there. Inhale, coming forward. Again, if this is killing your knee, just hang out where it's comfortable for you. No need to do any of this. Slowly coming back. Everything is optional. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, walking back. Good. Inhale, coming forward. From here, the hands are going to come to frame the foot. And we're going to step that knee back to meet the left. Big toes come to touch your knees, come wide, sink back for a child's pose. So you're sending your butt towards the heels, hands extend out in front of you. Forehead journeying towards the mat. Rest here. If you want to grab a sip of water, you can. Child's pose is our resting pose in yoga. So you can come here at any point throughout the class to reconnect with your breath. Check in, maybe come back to your intention here for just a moment. Good. From here, we're going to inhale, shift back up into our table. Extend the left leg back behind us this time. Toes stay tucked under to start. Couple of pulses here, shifting forward and back. Notice how the calf is feeling. If you want to hold a little bit, you can. And then inhaling, bringing the shoulders back over the wrists. We're going to lift that left leg, flex to the foot, keep the hip closed down, engaging in the core. So we're always lifting in the belly a little bit here. Come on to just the right fingertips. Inhale, extend that right arm. Palm faces the body, nice long line of energy. Instead of sinking in the low back, keep the belly engaged. Take another inhale. Exhale, elbow towards the knee. Scoop it out. Lift as high as you can. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Inhaling, extend. Exhale, drawing it in. Inhale, extend. We're going to exhale, just place that right hand down. Keep the left foot extended back behind you. You have to come forward pretty far. Flex to the foot. And then bring that leg out to the side. Let's do a couple of hip pumps here, up and down, flexing to the foot. Creating some movement in the outer hip and the glute. Another inhale. Exhale, slowly place that foot down. Put a slight bend in the elbows. Inhale, coming all the way up. Palms touch, look up. Exhale, side bend over the extended leg. Again, we're not bearing any weight in this left hand. It's just a decoration just to help guide us into the pose. Right arm alongside the ear. Inhale through center. Palms touch, look up. Exhale, right hand finds the ground. Left arm's alongside the ear for this first variation. So we're creating length all the way into the side body, gaze towards that top hand. Good. Inhale, coming up here, using your core to lift you. Palms touch, look up. Exhale, side bend over that extended leg. One more time, reach. Inhaling through center, palms touch, look up. Exhale, right hand finds the ground. Left arm's going to stay straight up from the shoulder this time. Gazing up towards that top hand, or if it's more comfortable, you can look down towards the bottom hand, shifting the weight over towards the right. And then if you want, you can work on lifting that foot. Again, flexing through the foot, engaging the back of the leg. That's going to help with balance. Keep your core engaged as well. Gazing up towards that top hand. Breathe, Halfmoon Pose. One more breath. Another inhale. Exhale, slowly placing that foot down. Inhale, coming back through center. Palms touch, look up. Exhale, we're going to release the hands out down to the hip, and then as gracefully as you can, stepping that foot in front of you. So we're in proposal pose. I'll make my terrible joke, even though you guys can't laugh at me. So I always joke that if a guy proposes to me with their knee past their ankle, I'm going to be like, whoa, no. But I'm just kidding. But in proposal pose, we want the knee over the ankle. And then, again, bringing that one hand to the low belly, one hand to the back. We're going to find that engagement in the right hip flexor. So you tuck your tail under, bring the belly up, butt down. Feel that engagement. And then when you remove your hands, keep that engagement here, stretching in the hip flexor. Inhale the arms out into a T. Take an inhale. Exhale, twisting towards the left. So you can bring that right hand on the outside. All of this is optional. Take another inhale. If you want, you can spin that thumb down and bring that left hand into the right hip crease here. Another inhale, exhale, twist. If you want, look over the back shoulder, find something you can focus on. We're working on balance here. Another inhale, exhale, twist. Inhaling, untwist, arms out into a T. Exhale to twist towards the right. Release the left hand to the right hip. Again, if you want, you can internally rotate that back hand. So you spin the thumb down and then bring it into that left hip crease. Take another inhale, exhale, twist. All this is optional. Just take it nice and slow. You can just bring the hand to the low back as well. Another inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, both hands are going to come down to frame that foot. Again, I'm going to shift here. So really you have two options. You can tuck the back toes under and scoot that knee back, or you can wiggle that front foot forward. Either way works. And then sinking in, again, we want knee over ankle alignment always here. You can pulse back and forth just a little bit. We're working into that right hip flexor into the hip. Notice how we're feeling there. Good, and then on the inhale, slowly walk it back. Again, you can keep the toes pointed or you can bring them back. So instead of rounding over the leg, we just want to keep a nice tall spine, but you can hinge from the hip a little bit to create some length there. Keeping the right glute pretty much right over the right knee. You can come back just a little bit. And then breathe, stretching into the back of that left leg, runner stretch. Yeah, we want to keep this in active posture. That's why we're not sinking all the way down. Inhale, slowly coming forward. Again, if this is killing your knee, don't do it. Exhale, slowly coming back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. One more time, inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Inhaling forward, hands are framing the foot. Now we're going to step back, take one more child's pose. Big toes come to touch, sink back. Forehead yearns towards the ground. A couple of breaths here. If you want to grab a sip of water, please do that. Deep inhales and exhales. Inhale, shift back up into your table. Good, and then from here, if a couple of you can just give me a thumbs up reaction, just checking in to see how everybody's doing. Everybody good? You can do the clappy hands if you want to see if there are those reactions. Everybody good? Virtual check-ins work a little different than regular in-class check-ins. Okay, everybody good. Nice. From here, we're going to come into our first downward facing dog. So from table, your knees are hip distance apart, right underneath the hips, hands right underneath the shoulders. Hands are going to come about a handprint in front of where they are in table. Tuck the toes under, and then we're going to lift the hips up, and then you push back with the hands, bringing the shoulders back from the wrist. You can bend in the knees here. The goal is to create a nice long spine. Doesn't matter as much what the legs and the heels are doing. Just want to create a nice long spine here. Couple of breaths. You can bend one knee and then the other. Shake the head out, yes and no. Pedaling out through the legs. Good, and then find a couple of breaths of stillness here, sending the gaze towards the knees or the belly button. Downward facing dog. Good, from here we're going to generate a little heat, working into the arms. So inhale, shift forward into your plank. Shoulders are right over the wrist, butts down, belly's engaged. Couple of breaths here. Keep looking a little bit forward. We're not cranking in the neck, but we're creating a nice space in the back of the neck, so we're looking down but slightly forward. Take another inhale, exhale, back downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Good. Inhaling, shifting back forward, pause in the plank again. You can always modify here by dropping the knees and untucking the toes. Take another inhale. We're all going to do that in a second. We're going to inhale, shift the shoulders past the wrists. So you come onto your tippy toes. Bring the shoulders past the wrist, and then we're going to exhale down to the ground. You can drop the knees down, untuck the toes, and then lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Coming all the way down. Hands are underneath the shoulders. You can rest your head on the mat. Mine's just lifted because I'm talking. Pushing down with the tops of the feet. Legs are zipped together. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, lift the chest just a little bit for a baby cobra. So the elbows are hugging in. Shoulder blades are rolled down the back. Exhale, lower. Keep pushing down with the tops of the feet as you inhale, lift. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling, last time. Shoulders roll down the back, elbows hugged in. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes under. We're going to inhale, push up, modified or full plank. Exhale, downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Deep inhales and exhales. Just generating some heat here. Good. Next inhale, we're going to shift back forward in that plank. Shoulders over the wrist. Everything's nice and engaged here. Keep looking a little forward. Inhale, shoulders past the wrist on the tippy toes. You can lower the knees or keep them lifted. We're going to exhale down to the ground. Nice, slow, controlled. Elbows hug in all the way to the body. Lowering all the way down, then moving your hands to your mid-chest this time. So if they're here, we got to scoot them back just a little bit. Tops of the feet pushing into the mat. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Hug the elbows in. Inhale, push into the hands as you're pushing down the shoe side of your feet. Inhale up for Cobra. Looking up at the eyes rather than the neck here. Stretching into the abs. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling to lower. Hands back underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, push up, modified or full plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhales and exhales here. 3 breaths. Good, we're gonna do that all together, just kind of putting it all together one time. So inhale, shift forward, pause on the exhale. Inhale, shoulders past the wrists. Exhale, lower to the mat, nice, slow and controlled. Inhaling, open the heart. And then from here, just tuck the toes up and back, downward facing dog or child's pose for 5 breaths. Sorry, my hair. Recognize what your breath is doing. Would it be more beneficial for you to rest right now? Five breaths. You can also take a child's pose here. Good. Inhale, shifting back into your down dog if you're not there already. Pause on the exhale, and then we're going to inhale, lift the right leg so we're in 3-legged dog. So you're extending that right leg back behind you. Look in between the hands. We're going to bring the right knee into the chest, shift the weight forward, and stepping that right foot through. If it doesn't quite make it, you can gently pull the right foot through. From here, we're going to spin the back heel down so it's parallel with the back of the mat. And then if you drew an imaginary line, your right heel would intersect the middle of your back foot here. Right knee's already over the right ankle, and then inhaling, we're going to spin up, coming into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. A lot of little alignment points here, so making sure your right knee is over your right ankle, and that you can see your right big toe. So if you can't, you just move the knee towards the pinky just a little bit, really sinking into it, trying to create a 90-degree here. And then shoulders are right over the hips, so we're not charging warriors. Bringing the hands and the arms straight out from the shoulders. Shoulder blades are rolled down the back. Check out the back arm, it tends to want to float down a little bit. And then sending the gaze over the front middle finger. Breathe here. Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. From here, flipping that front palm, we're going to inhale, reverse warrior. Bring the left hand to the back of the left leg, right arm alongside the ear, and then you gaze through past the arm. Take another inhale, keep bending into the right knee. We tend to want to straighten there. Another inhale, exhale, up and over, extended side angle. Right elbow to the right knee, left arm alongside the ear, right palm facing up. Good, inhaling, reverse. Exhaling, extended side angle. One more time, inhaling, reverse, move with your breath. Always linking movement with breath, Vinyasa Yoga. Exhaling, up and over, extended side angle. Inhale, back, Warrior 2. Exhale, we're gonna straighten that front leg. And then maybe heel toe your back foot in just once. We're shortening our stance just a little bit, especially if you tend to be a little tighter in the hamstrings, the legs, and the hips. And then bring the left hand to the left hip, right arm's reaching forward. Draw the right hip back. So this is, we're coming into Trikonasana triangle. This is an open hip posture. I know you can't see my head, but bear with me here. So this is an open posture, so we want our hips out to the side. So you draw that left hip back a little bit, keep your hand there, right arm reaches, inhale, reach, 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 and then coming down. So we want to create a nice amount of space in the side body here. So I could come down further, but then I'm compromising all this space here. Nice elongation, drawing the left hip back, and then we inhale that left arm up, You can gaze towards the top hand if you want, or if you want, you can look down towards the foot if that's easier on the neck. Couple of breaths here, keep opening up, drawing that left hip back. Trikonasana, triangle pose, couple of breaths. Another inhale, exhale, looking down towards that right foot, and then inhale, use your core all the way up. Good, and then from here, let's take another inhale. Exhale, bending back into that right knee. So we're back in our warrior two, another inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame that right foot. Take an inhale, look forward. Exhale, we're gonna step back. We're back in our plank. This is optional. You can move right to downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Good. Inhale, lift that left leg coming onto the other side. Bring the knee into the chest. Look in between the hands. That's where we're going. You shift the shoulders over the wrist, then step the left foot through. If it doesn't quite make it, just gently pull it through. Spin that back heel down. Left heel intersects the middle of the back foot. Left knee over the left ankle. Then we inhale, rise up. Virabhadrasana 2. Make sure you can see your left big toe, creating a 90-degree angle here in the knee. Hands straight out from the shoulders, shoulder blades rolled down the back, gaze over the front middle finger. Breathe here, nice strong posture. A lot of work going on in this left quad. This is a place we can breathe through discomfort. So we're not in pain, right? We feel a lot of heat. In yoga, we call heat tapas. So we feel a lot of tapas generating in that left quad. Hands straight out, flip the front palm, inhale, reverse warrior. Right hand on the right leg, left arm reaches alongside the ear, gaze straight up towards the ceiling. Another inhale, exhale, up and over, left elbow to the left knee. So we're not bearing our weight down here. It's just kind of a prop to keep us up nice and tall. Right arm reaches alongside the ear. Extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. If you want to, you can just extend the arm straight out too to work the core a little bit more. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, up and over. Feel that heat still generating in the left quad. Breathe through it. Inhale, back warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Heel to that back foot in, maybe once, maybe twice or so. Right hand to the right hip, draw it back. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. Create that space in the side body. Then coming down. So you have plenty of options here. You can grab anywhere on the leg. You could also grab the big toe here, as long as you're still creating space in the side body. So you would grab the big toe with the fuse fingers. Just finding a place that works for you. Drawing the right hip back. Inhale the right arm up, gazing up towards the top hand or down. Couple of breaths. Keep, as you breathe here, opening up that hip more and more, drawing the hip back. One more breath. Looking down towards that left foot. Inhale, coming all the way up, nice and slow. I kind of shift this back foot back a little bit, then back into my left knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, you cartwheel the hands, whoop, down nice and slow. To frame that left foot. Inhale, look a little forward. Exhale, step back plank. Optional, you can meet in down dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower, hug the elbows in. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. From here, let's take a rest in child's pose or grab a sip of water. So you can sit back on the heels, grab some water. Or if you want, you can rest in child's pose for about 5 breaths here. Reconnect with your breath. Notice the inhales and exhales coming through the nose. Deep inhales and exhales. Come back to your intention for just a moment. Then from here, let's inhale, slowly walk the hands back to meet the knees, sitting back on our heels for just a second. We're going to spin around, come to sit, and do one seated posture here, seated forward fold. So legs are zipped all the way together. Drawing the feet back toward you. So again, here, so when we're stretching a particular muscle, we want that muscle to be engaged. So by flexing the feet, we're engaging the calves and all 3 of the hamstrings here. Hands are down by your side, roll the shoulder blades down the back, sitting up nice and tall. Gently, so you gently push in the hands without the shoulders shrugging up here. Take an inhale, pause on the exhale, keep flexing through the feet, and then we're gonna inhale, bring the arms overhead, palms touch, look up. Exhale, hinge from the hips coming forward. Doesn't matter how far you can come here. Here, if you're reaching towards the feet, maybe grabbing the outside edges of the feet and pulling on them, that's gonna engage the calves a little more. Inhale, come halfway up wherever you are. Exhale, I want you to think about bringing your chest more towards your feet rather than rounding the upper back. We're coming forward and then releasing the head down, holding for 5 breaths. Deep inhales and exhales here. It's not how far you go, it's the engagement you're feeling in the back of the legs. Breathe. With each inhale, your body's gonna fill with more air, so there's literally less real estate, right? And then when we exhale, we're creating more space in the body for our bodies to fold. So with each breath, we're doing this work. Remaining present, sinking a little bit deeper with each breath. As we breathe too, we calm our nervous system, which allows us to stretch a little bit deeper. 2 more breaths. Inhale, slowly walking the hands up. We're gonna bend in the knees and then shift the weight forward towards the top of the mat. I'm not coming all the way to the top, so just make sure you guys can still see me. Feet are about hip distance apart, hands off the knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly rolling down to your back, 1 vertebrae at a time, eventually releasing all the way down to the mat. From here, we're gonna walk our feet in towards our glutes as close as we can without the knees splitting open. So we want the knees to stay about hip distance apart. Feet are about hip distance apart. Hands are down by the side. We're gonna do a series of 2 back bends here. On your next inhale, hands down by your side, we're gonna lift the hips up off the mat, keeping the gaze up towards the ceiling. That protects the neck. If you want, you can kind of wiggle the shoulders underneath a little bit, clasp the hands under the low back to keep lifting. We're staying for about 8 breaths here. Deep inhales and exhales, creating extension in the spine. It's the same action that's happening in the spine when we're in cow pose, feeling that engagement there. Notice what your breath is doing. Your shoulders are tucked under. Go ahead and untuck them, hands down by your sides. Take an inhale, lift the heels up off the mat. Exhale, slowly roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Let the heels rest. We're gonna pause for 3 breaths here. Deep inhales and exhales. We're gonna do 1 more. Good, next inhale, lift right back up. Keep that engagement really happening in the quads here. It's okay to have some engagement in the glutes, right? That's just gonna happen. But seeing if you can release there and really focus on the lift in the quads and the hamstrings. If you want, you can wiggle the shoulders under again, breathe. Keeping the knees hip distance apart, keeping the gaze up towards the ceiling. 4 more breaths. You're gonna feel some heat start to generate in the quads. Breathe into it, just like when we're in Warrior 2. You can breathe through some discomfort. Everything is temporary. Everything in this life is temporary, and we always have our breath to get us through it. Another inhale. Exhale, untuck the shoulders, slowly rolling down 1 vertebra at a time. Heel to the feet out as wide as your yoga mat, and then dropping the knees in one direction and then the other. Kind of like windshield wipers. Good. Then from here, bring the knees to the chest, hands to the back of the thighs and the hamstrings. Let's inhale the forehead up towards the knees. Take a couple of breaths here. So this is just creating flexion in the spine, opposite of our back bend. Same action as our cat pose. Good, another inhale. Exhale, slowly release the feet back down to the mat. Hands can come down by the sides. We've done a lot of hip stretches focusing on the hip flexors today and more of the internal muscles in the legs. I guess they're all internal, right? But like the adductors rather than really the glutes and the outer hips. So we're gonna do a reclined pigeon pose here. Bring the right heel to the left knee. Flex through that right foot. That's gonna protect the knee. And then we're gonna inhale, lift that left knee, draw it towards you. You can reach through, grab the back of the thigh and the hamstring. Or if you want, you can reach through and grab the shin. Totally up to you. Just with your mind pushing that right knee away as you draw that left knee in towards you. Couple of breaths. Stretching into that right glute, outer hip. Deep inhales and exhales. Feeling the release. As our nervous system calms, we can stretch a little bit deeper. Another inhale. Exhale, release the left foot down to the ground. Right foot comes to meet the left. Bringing the left heel onto the right knee. Flex through that left foot. Starting to gently, just with your mind, push that left knee away from you already, and then draw the right knee in, grabbing the back foot thigh or the shin. You can. It's a good mental exercise to just let your right foot hang out as you keep the left foot flexed. And then with each breath, you just pull that knee a little closer to you as you push the left knee away with your mind. You should never have any pain in your knee by engaging in our foot. We're engaging the ligaments in our knee, which helps protect it, keep it engaged. Another inhale. Exhale, slowly releasing down. Inhale, we're going to take a big full body stretch. So legs coming out as long as you can, reaching overhead. Exhale, draw the knees into the chest. Good. You can take one knee in each hand, make some big circles on the ceiling, massaging the low back. Good. We're just going to take some twists here to close our practice. So bring your arms out into a T. If you don't have room, you can always bend in the elbows. Great field goal, fist arms. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop both knees over towards the left. Gaze goes towards the right. Upper back is staying in contact with the mat, those shoulder blades. A couple of breaths here. Inhale, coming through center. Exhaling, drop both knees over towards the right. Gaze goes towards the left. Again, upper back in contact with the mat. Doesn't matter if your knees come all the way down. Gazing opposite of the knees, full supine twist. Spine extends all the way into the neck, so by looking opposite, we're twisting our entire spine. Inhale through center. Exhale, we're going to find Shavasana, our final resting pose. If you want, you can turn the lights off wherever you are if it's not a big deal to get up. Or just placing a t-shirt or something over your eyes too if you want. Legs can be extended. If you are working through some emotional stuff right now or want to tune into more of your emotional body, you can bring the soles of the feet together. That's going to open up in the hips. Awesome for release there. If you'd rather just keep the legs extended, that's cool. You can bring the hands down by your sides, palms facing up, receiving all the energy, being open. If it's more comfortable for you to have your hands facing down in the body, tuning into your own energy, that's cool too. Just finding a comfortable place to rest. I'm going to sit up just to hold the space, but you can stay lying down. And then just recognizing that you made it here, that you showed up to practice yoga this morning. That is not something you had to do. It was a choice you made. Letting your body breathe for you now. Recognizing that you deserve this time to rest, to relax, to renew. But also recognizing that you don't have to do anything ever your entire life in order to deserve to be loved. That is just our innate right as human beings. We are here to love and be loved. And by doing your physical practice of yoga, which we call asana, you're loving yourself. You're taking care of yourself so that you can continue to be an active member of this world and take care of other people. It has to start at home. It has to start in your own heart, in your own body. Just for a few minutes here, completely letting go. Slowly begin to deepen your breathing. That's all you have to do at first. And invite some gentle movement back into the body. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. Softly rock the head from side to side. And whenever you feel ready, we'll inhale to take one more big full body stretch. Arms coming overhead, getting nice and long through the legs, just being aware of what's around you. Getting as long as you can. Then exhaling to draw both knees into your chest one last time. Giving yourself a big hug. And gently rock from side to side. And then whenever you feel ready, rolling over to your right side to rest in fetal position. This opens up the left side of the body, which is associated with the moon. We had an awesome super moon last night. It's associated with the cooling side of the body. So at the end of our practice, we're trying to channel that. So we're opening up the left side. And just noticing how you feel here. So often in our world, we're taught, what are you thinking? But to tune into what we're feeling is a special thing. It's a unique thing from that. So recognizing any changes that you feel physically, but also what you feel mentally and emotionally. And then recognizing whatever you feel is a feeling you created. It's a feeling you're responsible for creating, and that you can recreate whenever you want just by coming to your yoga mat. Practicing asana. And then just slowly, mindfully making your way up to a seated position at the top of your mat. Similar to how we started class, you can prop your hips up with a pillow if you want. Making easy seated pose or any other comfortable cross-legged space you want to find. Palms can be resting face down on the knees now, tuning into the energy created in your own body, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders away from the ears, reaching through the crown of the head, eyes softened or closed. Let's take 3 deep inhales and exhales together here. When you're ready, take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, let out a sigh. 2 more deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Last time, breathing in. And release. If you'd like, you can bring your hands to heart center, bow your head gently toward your heart. In gratitude for all that your mind and your body just did for you and does for you every day. Gratitude for being able to hold this space with other amazing yogis. It's really pretty amazing that we get to come together online like this and take a yoga class. So just having some gratitude for that. And then knowing that through the physical practice of yoga, we literally shift the way we think. We change our perspective. By creating mindful thoughts, we create mindful words, which turn into mindful actions, which helps create a mindful life. And then the hope, especially right now, is to contribute to a more mindful world. And in yoga, we say namaste, which means the light within me sees and honors the light within you. Thank you guys for showing up, for practicing. It's because you guys come that I get to teach, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you. Namaste. Thank you guys. We love getting feedback. So any feedback, good or slightly critical, I love for you to put in the comments. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Yeah, and if you have any feedback, you can just put it in the comments really quick. But thank you for joining me. I teach tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. as well. Namaste. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you guys. Thanks. Thanks, you guys. I can see the clappy emojis. Thanks, Jane. You too.